This is, we hope, the best post-show ever. We're going to try our best to bring Nick Wey on. How can you lose when you bring on Nick Wey at RedBud? And the battle, teacher versus student. Matthes, you saw it. You tracked every lap. Dakota Tedder, his student, battling him. 4 points in the top 20.
It was like Luke and Yoda going at it for Star Wars fans.
I don't know what that is.
You don't, because you don't like Star Wars, but it was phenomenal. You and Dakota Tedder going at it, slamming each other. Now the pupil got the master late in the moto. How do you feel?
He did. I cut him off. I roosted him. I thought I was going to break him by like him having to pull a lot of tear-offs off. I know how many tear-offs he used. I feel like it's not as many as he should have on for these motos.
So you were going to show him.
So I got some inside information as to what he runs on tear-offs, so I'm like, I'm going to burn him through tear-offs.
Did you advise him to run maybe fewer tear-offs than normal today? No, you don't take advantage of that.
No. I just knew that he's not going to run 21 or 28 because he can't see through them very good. So he probably started with 14. But then also, during the week, he's been riding really well. So 75% of the time, the last month or so, he's been beating me by a fair margin. Before that, I have him covered pretty easily, I would say, but he's really stepped it up. His focus has been good. But at the beginning of these motos, the way he's riding, he could finish around 12th, I would think, by how he's riding if he started better. And I said, you're not going to be able to even see me because I'm going to be so far ahead of you after like 4 laps.
I think as a coach, your move needs to be racing all these races because, as you were saying, he was going to ride, Dakota Tedder would ride harder today to beat you than any other race this year. So you need to race them all.
No.
See you at Southwick, everybody.
No.
Not happening.
Nick, seriously, though, welcome back. It was really good to see you. 23-20 on the day.
A point.
I think I got 22nd, dude. But regardless, I was like, I didn't get 20. So yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had a good time, but the same thing is like when you ride a national, right? Like, so say the guys, they work into it. They know what their bike's going to do because these conditions are extreme. This is not like your local track. Yeah. You're coming down the hill, you got 4-foot braking bumps. So I wasn't quite sure how my bike was going to react in these conditions. We made a fork change between motos. Went through 4 clutches today, which means that my corner speed overall was way down. Fitness, not good. Went from 7th or 8th to 22nd the first moto. But second moto, I was a little bit more steady. Fork change was good.
Bike changes.
I'm not shocked at all.
Wasn't all me the first moto. I kind of made some moves. Showa guys helping me out, getting this thing just.
Bike changes.
If we show up again, which we're not, we would be better because of the knowledge we learned today. You know what I mean?
I think this might happen.
I think we might see.
The wheels are already turning.
Yep, I think we can.
So you have to go because what? Your kids are signing up to race tomorrow?
Yeah, my wife actually just texted me and said, this line for sign up, you can't be serious with this. I'm like, well, the races we go to, usually we'll get some like preferential treatment, but I'm not going to call down there right now. I'm trying to set this awning, put the awning down. My dad's over here. My wife's family's helping with the awning. Yeah, it's going to be a long night for me here.
This is how you know you're retired now, essentially, because you're not being able to cut the line for sign up, and you have to pack up your own tent at your truck.
Well, maybe I'm sure my wife's working angles right now and cutting the line. Yeah.
We'll let you go. Good to be back. And who was your
back.
mechanic today, by the way? Was it better than when he worked for you?
Well, my friend Adam Call, he does some stuff to help me around home a bunch.
By the way, I didn't get called to come out.
Been perfect.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I think he knows too much.
But it's a lot of work, right? I mean, it's a lot of work.
Yes. All right, thanks for coming back. See you.
Good to see you,
Southwick.
Yeah, overall I had a good time. I appreciate the crowd for their enthusiasm.
There goes my hero.
It was nice to
Watch
hear
him
everyone
as
cheer me
he
on.
goes.
But I mean, ultimately, like I just really like to ride and I like to challenge myself. Some of these amateur races that I see folks ride in the vet class or whatever doesn't really interest me yet because the conditions here are so extreme that I'm like, yeah, if I'm gonna ride, I'd like to ride there. That'd be cool.
I hope you keep racing. I hope you never give up.
Yeah.
How many years till 40?
I just turned 37.
You can John Dowd it. You can get up to 40 and make these motos,
I don't want to
right?
live in a world where Nick Wey isn't racing. I already live in one where Tim Ferry isn't.
He's going to Loretta's.
Yeah, but I mean this stuff.
He hates amateurs.
I'm not
he
going
hates
Loretta's.
amateurs. He hates amateurs.
So I don't hate amateurs, but I'm like, if I'm gonna race, I'm gonna.
Wow, we got Parabinos and Lars and Kiefer and Malk Brown and Nathan Rams. I may have to go, Budman.
Budman.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah,
right.
For sure. You definitely need to go. Yeah. Nathan's been taking it dead serious. I actually called KTM on his behalf as his agent the other day. I said he's not lacking anything but confidence. I feel like we need to maybe lease him a Maserati. That would help his overall self-esteem.
And I made
Maybe J-Star Motors.
Oh yeah, then I said that's what I said. Jay, let's go down J-Stars, get him a car. And then I said, do you want to beat Mike Brown or not?
And I feel like I told Budman, hey, can we get a little strap-on hair for the back of the helmet? Because Budman had the flow.
Oh, in like 90?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. When he was really on, when he first started racing Supercross, woo, he had a sweet mullet. One of the best I've ever seen, actually.
Absolutely. So if we could get Budman a clip-on for the back of his helmet, that'd
He
be great.
peaked too soon with the hair.
He did.
peaked too soon.
He did.
All right, get back to your truck.
Yeah,
Thanks for stopping by.
I would like to say thank you to Answer, thank you to motorsport.com, thank you to all the guys at Kawasaki and Showa and Pro Circuit, everybody who helped me get my stuff together to actually have an opportunity to race here, which I had a good time. Obviously, I would have loved to have done better, would have loved to won, but it's not in the cards. I gotta go.
He didn't win today. He didn't win.
Came up a little bit short, just short.
He did not. He ended up on the battling for the lead on the last lap. Yeah, this short, he said.
It was great to have Nick Wey here. It really was. And it was great to be Eli Tomac also. A 1-1 performance, dominating 13-point lead now, I believe 13.
That's a little scary right now.
He's feeling it. 3 of the last 4 motos. And, you know, we passed Baggett in the first one, check mark. Passed Anderson, check mark.
Yeah.
Another dominating rod.
Yeah, and we're not sure what the status is right now. We're hearing hand or thumb or some sort of injury potentially for Baggett with that fall over.
Yes.
Because we've seen Baggett when he goes down early, gets up pretty quick. There was no rush to get up in that second moto.
And the lap times were good, but not significantly lower than where they would have been, say,
like
a week ago. Right.
Yes.
So where do you stand, Weigandt, on the Anderson-Baggett collision on the opening lap of Moto 2?
Well, it's tough because Anderson's rep, sorry.
Really broken
cough
up.
my way through that, yeah. The Anderson rep, let's be honest, is not sparkling. And the Anderson history with Baggett is not sparkling. And even last week and some of the tweets and all that. But I have to say, if you look, you'd have to look really closely to find anything offensive of that.
Yeah, I thought it was a racing move.
Like, okay, maybe there was 10% of I won't completely get in the gas, but it wasn't a straight up stop brake check. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a little extra mustard on it, but you can't look at that move and say that was completely ridiculous.
I agree. And welcome back to the podium, Marvin Muscan. Looks like he's been able to practice this week. He hadn't been able to. This was the first week, according to Coster, he could practice. And Marv third overall, so he's back into this thing. Maybe not in a championship style, but into battle for leads and wins and podiums. So Marvin is back.
All right, the 250 class race, Zacho won. What's up with the Troll Train, bro? The Troll Train had it. The Troll Train was an express ticket to victory lane.
We made a lot of mistakes today.
What did you do?
Well, we made a big bike change for Lakewood, and we could see what happened. It's been really well. It's been riding good.
Yeah.
We made a big problem. The real issue started when Mitchell Harrison, who rode great today, by the way, we made a mistake then. Harrison got us back. We got to pass Harrison back, but that same corner came to bite us again later on, tip over. And I was actually impressed that we were able to keep the momentum going because Ferrandis had caught him. And us.
Wait. So after leading the race, having the overall, and gonna make up points in Osborne, you're gonna say I was really impressed.
Because when you fall with 4 laps to go, you're tired, it's hot.
That's true.
All your energy goes, all your momentum goes, and he picked it up and he started matching Zacho's lap times. So that part is fine. But yeah, you know what?
You've practically become a troll man friend at this point.
I have. I sound like every man friend or gear guy or agent.
He basically won.
Agent.
He basically won.
He basically won.
He basically won. All right, let's get to the best part of RedBud, which is hanging out with the fans. First, I'll bring in this guy who told me that he's missed only one RedBud since 1973. He said he's not much of a talker.
Apparently he has a bike sponsorship.
He's got a great
Zanzibar,
which I think is a place I've hung out with in New York City. They make mountain bikes too.
Signal Zanzibar.
How many years have you come to RedBud?
Let's see. I think this is the 44th year of it, so about 42 years.
Forget about the racing part. What about the hangout atmosphere part? How awesome is that?
I go sleep by myself out in the field out there in peace and quiet, actually.
What?
Yeah. So.
Well, until you're on the Racer X.
No beer for me.
Until you're on the Racer X Best Post Show ever, because now you're going to blow up and you'll be such a celebrity next year. They'll be all over you like that. Dude, do you see the guy with the bald eagle head and the wings?
Yeah.
You'll be like that guy. And the Carmichael
and
remote
there
control
was a
truck.
Indian headdress as well?
Yes. You're going to be like that guy next year.
I'm a little older than you guys.
Let me ask you this.
I'm aging rapidly.
Out of 42 RedBuds, 43 RedBuds, what year stands out for you as a great one, on the track, battles on the track?
Oh, battles on the track I can probably talk about. Battles off the track, I'm going to have to say it off camera.
Just give us a battle on the track that you like. What do you think?
On the track, well, probably Probably Carmichael with Stewart.
Some Jeff Stanton in there.
Johnson years.
Okay,
Yeah,
Johnson years.
Johnson years. Oh,
Stanton, come on, he's from Michigan, bro.
Stanton.
All right.
Even though he never really won here.
Yeah, Stanton doesn't have a great record here.
No, and Pontiac.
He doesn't have a good record here.
Yeah.
Even though it was his home race wise.
All right, so this is where we're going to get you started on the partying thing, and we have a person that can give you tips. Tell the world where you got those beats from.
I'm not really going to tell you how I got these.
No, it's very embarrassing.
It's very embarrassing. But I may or may not have actually gotten them from Kathy Tomac.
Eli Tomac's mom.
Eli's mom was in Lot B last night. She got these beads, gave them to me.
She would not reveal how she got them either.
She would not.
Right.
There was a Flip Cup video also in there.
Yes.
And at some point, one of the Kawasaki higher-up people said to you, Weege, I was hanging with Grant Langston last night.
Well, let's put it this way. The 1-1 by Tomac was miraculous because someone who is pretty much in charge of putting his bike together said, I saw Langston last night. And on a Friday night at Lot B, at a National, at RedBud, that's the worst thing you want your mechanic to say.
I don't know where that phrase could go anywhere.
Yes, yes.
We hijacked an airplane. I saw Langston last night, and we stole a car.
Yeah,
I
could
mean,
go any direction.
Right.
Right. So the fact that it went 1-1 for Eli with all those hijinks, miraculous performance by everyone at Monster Energy Kawasaki. That's it. See you in Southwick, bro.
Come back, Jimmy.
Oh, you got something else?
I got two things in life that are very reliable. And
Not a bike tune by him.
and consistent.
Okay.
Is the motocross races and my wife at home.
Okay.
Most consistent thing in the world.
Wow,
That's why.
Best things
The
ever.
tear-jerper.
Sandy loves Sandy.
That's why you stay over there and not over there. All right. Well, we'll find Langston and we'll ruin all that tonight.
You got that.
We'll find Langston and ruin it all tonight. We found the one guy that comes to RedBud and doesn't party.
Yep.
Thanks. We'll change that real quick.
Thanks, Bubbles.
See you next week. Oh, I see. I see. I like it.
Hey, fatty, get a...
Yeah, you're blocking the view.
Yeah.
Is it
That's
actually
a-
Canada Day today?
Yes, July 1.
Unbelievable.
My chick's gonna snap.
I hear you.
Oh, you don't want to be on fucking Racer X Films, the biggest video film ever?
Okay.